Rinjai's cat. So again, a long time ago, back in the land of Zen, there was a monastery. This monastery had two wings. There were 1,000 monks in the monastery altogether. Half of them, 500, were on one wing, and half of them, 500, were on the other wing. The master had this beautiful cat, and the cat was so friendly. He'd sometimes go to the east wing, and then he'd sometimes come back and go to the west wing. And all the monks just loved to pet the cat. He was so soft and so beautiful. Each one of them wanted to keep it for themselves, and they were constantly bickering over who got to have the cat. Finally, the master had enough of this. So he called everybody together into the big room. And he said, listen, this cat has become a huge disturbance here in the monastery. So here's what we're going to do. If anyone here can prove that he is a meditator, can prove that he has encountered truth, then I will give the cat to that person to keep. Otherwise, I'm cutting the cat in two, and I'm giving half to each side just to stop this dispute. The monks were shocked. They'd never heard of anything so horrible. Cutting the cat in two. Here we are in a peace monastery, for heck's sake. How could this be? But they decided, okay, well, we're really good meditators. We'll show this guy. So, the most senior monk comes in, and he sits absolutely still with his eyes not moving, because he thinks that's what meditation looks like. Master says, get out of here. That's not it. Then comes in the strongest monk, and he stands on his head and meditates, thinking, what could be harder than that, right? What could prove meditation more than that? The master shooed him away. He said, that's not it. Then 3 monks came in together, and in 3-part harmony recited the most difficult prayer out of the holiest book of the order. The master sent them away and said, no, that's not it. One after the other, the monks came in and tried to prove their meditation. All of them failed. Finally, the master threw up his hands and said, there's nothing to do. This place is a disaster. He cut the cat in 2 and gave each side a half of a dead cat. Everyone was crying and weeping. They couldn't believe that such a horrible thing had happened, and that on top of that they couldn't prove how spiritual they were. They couldn't prove that they were good meditators. Just then, Rinjai, a young monk, comes back from the market. He'd been gone all day long. He comes back and everybody's crying and weeping. He's like, what is going on? And they told him the story. He was aghast. He couldn't believe it. 1,000 monks could not prevent an old man from killing a cat. He marched right into the room, up to the master's chair, and slapped the master hard and said, don't you ever do anything that stupid again. The master fell down on his knees in front of Rinjai and said, finally, out of 1,000 monks all day long, someone who's proven their meditation, someone who's proven that they know and understand truth. But you're too late. The cat's already dead. Now don't worry about the cat. It's just a story.